out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's defiantly. Go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something of worth requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge.
And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. We can last much longer, we do this for honor. We came here to conquer, like we're monsters. And we can last much longer. I am a hunter, I've been filled with demons and hunger. I am the thunder, I command the masses in numbers. Look at the fear in their eyes, this is what happens when you are surprised. It's time to meet your demise, just call me Zeus and look to the sky. Everything's amplified, no they cannot deny. I will be rectified, if you dissect me, find scars that you left behind. Injuries that define me to my core, they'll hear me roar like never before. The pain I absorbed is feeding my core. I'm hard to ignore, I'll beat down your door. If you wanted war, well then you got war.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 15 of the Around the Valley podcast. We got a lot to talk about regarding NFL, some baseball stuff, especially certain pitcher that everyone's going after. Throw in there as well. I got all my co-hosts with me. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
Welcome to the
what up, bro? Welcome back.
Chicago Sports Talk Michael experience.
It's been a minute.
Yep. All right.
You broke the curse. You broke the
Yep,
curse.
I went to the game barely, but it worked.
Yeah, he broke the curse.
He
Jeez,
broke
man.
the curse.
Even though it's 2021.
They never said it was possible, but YTC broke the curse.
I was watching the game and literally in my head I'm like I can like picture YTC looking up at the sky as the game as the clock read zeros and anything is possible.
No, I was like, Wandell, you go. I was screaming, go. That's my boy Wandell, go. There you go.
Awesome.
No, and I was also cursing out Saquon. You want 15 mil for that after you fumbled the game away? You want 15 mil for that?
Okay, so got some. Speaking of primetime games, the first game we got, the Raiders beat the Chargers 63-21. So obviously, everyone knew that there was no hope for the Chargers because Herbert's out for the year. They finally fired Brandon Staley though, so he's gone. So it took a 63 piece to realize that apparently. So Brandon Staley's out of there, and Raiders, ever since they fired McDaniels, they've been looking a little bit better. So, what you guys have thoughts on this game? Because this game is blowout.
Two things. One, you're welcome, Raiders. You know, Giants legend Antonio Pierce. Shout out to Taj. You know, fellow Giants fan. You already know who he is. You know, saving that franchise over there. Number two, they should have been fired Brandon Staley after 0-27. Should have been fired him after that. It took a while. It took them a 60-point blowout to do that. They should have done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
You would think that this is a Madden score. No, it was not a Madden score. It was actually
no. I think this was an NBA score in all rookie mode.
Apparently. Yep. Hey, Randy, you got anything?
Yeah. Finally, Brandon Staley is out, but also that wasn't the only move. They also got rid of their GM, Tom Telesco. That guy has been a menace. The guy's been just giving people contracts left and right. Hasn't been drafting as well as of late. So it's going to be interesting moving forward because I am a Justin Herbert fan. So be interesting to see what happens when they finally come to a new head coach and a new GM. because Justin Herbert is definitely a sought after quarterback with somebody who has over 17,000 pass yards and over 114 touchdowns in less than three going on 4 years. That's unbelievable. So it's going to be a sought after place, but they're $41 million over cap. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to have to happen during the offseason. So it's probably going to be more dark days in Chargerland than there will be bright days. But yeah, they got rid of the goofball finally.
All right, let's see here. What's up, John Jay? GG. I know you guys kicked our asses, but it is what it is. Monday Night Football. I guess the Giants have a curse on Monday Night Football. I don't know what that.
Oh
means,
yeah, because we didn't before the Vikings game. We didn't win a single game, outside of the day of Sunday in the regular season.
Wow.
It was a long streak.
Well, John Jay, Michael's my new co-host, man. He's been our co-host for like the past month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Staley's fired. Don't want to hear the Fields. Well, we'll get to my team.
We'll get to that point. Don't worry, we'll get to it. I got a lot of things to say about that game.
That scores like 30 to 110 in the NBA, pretty much. Yep. All right. Anyway. Okay, so the Bengals beat the Vikings in overtime, 27-24.
Yes.
Both backup quarterbacks were pulled. A third string and a backup were playing. So this game was Saturday games. There were 3 Saturday games, and this was the first one. So this game was actually better than I thought. I actually saw this game, and Browning looked really good again. Mullins. I think the part where I lost it was when he threw it straight to who was it? BJ Hill, who got the pick. Like while he was sacked.
BJ Hill? Hang on, BJ Hill?
Or
that guy?
something like that. I don't know.
Oh, shout out to him.
But he
Giants
threw the ball
legend, by the
straight
way. Shout out to BJ Hill, former Giant.
Yeah, he threw it straight for a pick, and the Bengals won in overtime. So the Bengals are looking good even without Joe Burrow, and they're in the playoffs still right now. And I'm pretty sure the Vikings are out. So what are your guys' thoughts on this game?
I just want to say this for all the Vikings fans that were happy about barely beating the Las Vegas Raiders and were thinking that they were have something with Nick Mullins. Basically, Nick Mullins is actually worse than Joshua Dobbs. Tell you that much, bro. You Vikings fans are so spoiled. Y'all deserve mediocrity. I just sat back and I laughed because y'all thought you were gonna win with Nick Mullins. If he couldn't work out with Kyle Shanahan, what makes you think he can work out with y'all?
That's true. Yep. YTC.
Oh, this game I heard they blew a 17-3 lead. Typical Vikings. They've done this multiple times throughout the course, and they've been fraudulent. That's all I got to say for that team. And, they need a quarterback, obviously. Kirk's not coming back to save them. And let him know he wasn't even saving them to begin with. But he's not coming back after that Achilles tear or whatever he tore.
I gotta say though, man, like that T. Higgins catch was unbelievable. His wherewithal and be able to his core to keep strong and turn and just pass it over the pylon for the touchdown. I like you, Tierra, was watching it. I lost my mind. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And by the way, it was BJ Hill. He threw it straight to for the Giants. And then I don't know if anybody caught it at the end, though, when the game was over and Jake Browning was running to the sidelines. He took his helmet off and looked at the camera and threw it at the ground and said, "You fucking cut me!" So I like the little stab back at the Vikings for
oh, yeah, you saw it. You should have never effing cut me!
You should have never ever cut me! And then they asked him, an interview asked him, during after the game, why didn't you say anything during the week? And he's like, because if we would have lost, it would have looked like bad on me. So he's like, I just had all that built up emotion at that moment, and I just had to let it out. And I loved it. But the Drake Browning effect is working, man. Another 300 plus burger. This team, I don't know, man. Like, who knows? I wouldn't want to play that.
I will say this though, Randy. With the way they're winning with Jake Browning, that's more of an attestament to coaching. And, that kind of puts the lingering thought on my mind. Maybe Joe Burrow's overrated, and we give him too much credit, for what he does right now. Since he's the highest player paid in the player of the NFL right now.
it's also their defense too. The fact that they're able to overcome a lot of injuries, like right away at the start of this game, they lost their best run blocker or run stuffer, and they had to go out the whole complete game without him. And they found ways. Like they still continuously find ways. So, like you said, a testament to their coaching, but a testament to their defense.
Yeah, Zach Taylor definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yep, for sure. We'll get to the playoff picture as soon as we're. But let's continue for now. The Colts beat the shit out of the Steelers, and after this, or like I think it was today, it came out that they're starting Mason Rudolph now for next week after the Colts completely dominated Trubisky.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was wrong about Trubisky. I thought he was gonna have a similar career. Like I thought he was gonna be solid for the Steelers, but bro, I was wrong.
Yeah. So and. Who saw this coming at the beginning of the? What? Who saw this coming at the beginning of the season? The Jags, Colts, and Texans are tied for first place in that division.
I mean, that whole division's competitive. Nobody thought the South was going to be, this competitive. We thought it was just a clear runaway for the Jaguars. And after the loss on Sunday, which we get to, it's crazy now. The whole division's tied.
Yeah. Yep. What's up, Carcast? But yeah, that was. That's actually one of the best.
Is there a possibility we might see all three AFC South teams with the way the wild card is really open?
Well, the AFC is very close, so
yeah, and that's crazy. And there's a possibility those three teams might get it, depending on tiebreakers.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Lions responded and they beat the living shit out of the Denver Broncos, who were looking very good, 42-17. Jared Goff had a hell of a game. And the Lions are back in the winning column after a tough loss last week. So Detroit gets their 10th win season, and I thought they clinched a playoff spot after this win, but I guess they didn't. So they'll get one eventually. But as of right now,
they can clinch next week. They play Minnesota. I think they'll be able to clinch if they win that one.
Yeah. So if they win, they'll
clinch their division. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't have much thoughts on this game because, I mean, one, I didn't see it, and two, it was a blowout. But I want to ask, and John Jay already answered the question, are the Lions frauds in your books?
According to everyone's books, since they lost to the Bears, they're automatically frauds.
No, I'm more on – I agree with my buddy RJ. Shout out to RJ. They're learning how to win, basically. They're one of these upstart teams that are finally coming into their own and starting to win. They're clearly inexperienced, they're going to learn and, have a bunch of, growing pains throughout the winning process, but that's just part of it. And this is just them bouncing back from it. They're learning how to win, and this, showing right now. They just got to progress moving forward. That's all.
Yeah. Randy?
I actually think they are frauds because other than the Kansas City Chiefs, name another team above 500 that they've been able to, manhandle. They really haven't.
Well,
They got murdered by the Ravens. They got destroyed by them. They got brought back to life. And then I understand their divisional games, but then in games where you expect them to actually do something, the games are a lot closer. So right now it's like 1 week you get positive Jared Goff and, he doesn't throw more than 3 picks. And then 1 week you get Jared Goff where he's throwing 3 interceptions, but also throwing 3 touchdowns. So it's like I at this point I'm still confused at what Jared Goff the Lions are going to get this year. 10-4, a record, great record, but at times it looks like they can be stopped, and their defense hasn't at times been up to par. So for me, John Jay, I will say, yeah, they are still frauds.
I mean, they're learning how. They're not going to go far past the first round, not because they're not overrated or this and that. They're learning how to win. It's a small step for them, to get to winning. This is just one of the learning curves for them to be a winning team down the line from a few years from now.
So I think they are going to get past the first round just because they'll be playing a shitty team. But after that, if they have to face like the Cowboys or the Eagles or the Niners or some shit like that, then they're done. That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So. But, the Lions, I have no doubt that they will be a lot better.
They're probably going to get whoever comes out the 60. I think they're going to finish around third with the list of it.
Garbage Bears and overrated Packers and being killed by the Ravens. Yep, there you go. Yeah. And don't worry, John Jay, we'll get to the Bears and Browns game.
You know what, John? We just go to the game because it's just...
When we get... Hey, listen, we'll get to it when we get to it. That's fine.
Jericho said Bears OC out coach. They are frauds. So, we'll see. All right. So, but before we get to Michael's team, we got to talk about YTC's team. The Saints beat the Jets 24-6 in New Orleans. This game was close for I think about one quarter, and then Tommy DeVito went into protocol, and then it just went AWOL from there. But YTC.
He also came back in the game at the half, when we got the ball back. But our defense, once again, it's a growing pain. Our secondary was consistently getting beat, and our wide receivers struggled to get open because the offensive line wasn't buying enough time for them to get open to block for DeVito. Obviously, he got sacked, 6 times in that game? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're expecting a quarterback who was undrafted with, 4 games of starting experience to overcome that? It's not going to work. It was clearly, bound to turn into turmoil. I already knew we weren't going to win out, and that's why I picked us to lose this week because we're going to a different environment, which is it's hard to win in that Superdome. It's a very hostile environment with how loud that crowd is in New Orleans, and how underrated their defense is. It's just they don't consistently get pressure at the quarterback. It's just that's practically how it's been for them all year. They've been struggling with sacks, and we've been struggling blocking at the offensive line. So one was going to offset the other, and it just happened to favor to the Saints at home. That's just what happened. I'm not faced by this game. Well, still the same thing. It's been a lingering issue throughout the whole year. We got to fix the entire offensive line. We're not doing anything because when you have a bad O-line, basically it's like pulling out your back. You can't move. You can't do anything. That's practically the equivalent to it.
You have now 5. Do you have the 5th pick now or
7th because the Bears lost? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
the Bears and Jets lost, so we're 2 spots behind them.
Y'all might have to trade up.
Mm-hmm. Especially if we want to jump Washington, who has 4 right now, and then he lost.
Yeah. Randy and Michael, you got this game.
Nothing really.
Other than I picked the Giants because I wasn't really believing the Saints as much this year, and I was on the Tommy Cutlets train, and that got derailed really quick. So other than that, I feel a little butthurt about that, but I'm good.
I didn't even pick us to win. I picked the Saints in this game, so I wasn't shocked we lost.
I picked the Saints, and they did it. So, and I think Tampa Bay's still first. So the Saints are tied for first.
Yeah,
that's great. The Falcons lost 2 straight divisional games, so that hurt them. They're 1.5 games behind both of them. So
so their season's done. But anyway. All right. So the Cleveland Browns won at home against the Chicago Bears 12-16. The Bears choked a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter per usual, and Jelly was like, have the floor here.
I'll say this: Justin Fields didn't play his best, but I wouldn't it. It's a collective of the defense did what they did. They did intercept Joe Flacco 3 times, and the offense couldn't do anything with it. Well, they did score a touchdown, but it was because they were at the 1-yard line. Like I said, bro, I get it where Bears fans are coming from, but at the same time, you're going down a cycle that never ends. You get a new quarterback, you keep the system, and then 1 year they have a losing season. You fired the GM and head coach. You bring in a new set of general manager and head coach, and it's the same similar situation. It's a cycle that never ends. Mm-hmm. And I just want to know, when does it end? Because it's hard to get a quarterback that is good. Bro, we've been talking about generational every 3 years. They deem a quarterback generational every 3 years. And I'm just saying, when does this cycle end? And I wouldn't put the whole game on Fields. Did he play? He didn't play his best, but I wouldn't say it's all on him because the play calling was just pure awful. We ran we should have kicked the field goal, and I know Justin Fields had 2 interceptions. Actually, one of them was actually bullshit because the ball hit the ground and they counted as an interception. And then the second one, if fell on Mooney and it like instead of like corralling it like a baby does when it's crying, it bounces up in the air and it's an interception. So yes, I get it. Fields had his struggles, but I'm not going to put the whole game on him because it came down to lack of execution of play calling, which is why I will tell Bears fans, and I'll keep saying this, you can continue to draft quarterbacks. It's not going to be any better. It's going to be the same result, the same cycle. And I just want the cycle to break.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jericho said ran a screen on 3rd and 14. John Jay says Justin Fields lost the game. All 22. Fields is garbage. Fields open wide receiver.
Yeah, I was gonna go to that point when you were gonna ask me. Yeah, because he was scrambling on that 4th and down play. He had DJ Moore wide open. If he would just lob the ball in the air where no one was on him, he would have got a touchdown there. But instead, he stumbled and filled in that 4th down.
Going to that play, I rewatched it. Yeah, DJ Moore was open, but you could like
He could have lobbed it.
The two things can be true. YTC DJ Moore was wide open, and Mooney missed a crucial block because that play design was for Justin Fields to like roll out and take it himself. That was like, I asked this question: why does Justin Fields listen to his head coach? And no, not head coach, his play caller. It's because he has to, otherwise he gets benched.
Or why don't he just improvise? You can't just improvise on the fly.
Yeah.
It happens. He could have just lobbed him wide open there.
Yeah.
I would have. That's what great quarterbacks do. They know how to improvise when the play breaks down, or if they trust the receivers enough, to make the best play there. If he would have trusted DJ Moore there, he would have known how effective he is when he's open. He would have, opened up the offense more if he would have gotten those touchdowns.
Like I said,
so yeah,
true.
Yes.
DJ Moore was open, and Mooney missed a crucial block.
Okay, so I saw your stream after the game, Michael, and shout out to Jonas. When he hopped on there, he said a big issue with Justin Fields is, now granted, you guys have a terrible O-line, but Jonas brought up a good point, is that Justin Fields dropped back so many yards that's why he can't really find any open guys, because he doesn't audible the play when there's 6-7 guys that are about to blitz his ass. He doesn't audible play. And instead, he drops back 10 yards and he takes a sack. And he said that was one of the biggest issues with Justin Fields and why your offense cannot move the ball. So,
and also another point at quarterback, when you're breaking the plays breaking down, right? You're supposed to, motion your receivers, like, motion them subtly to come back to you to get the ball. You're supposed to put your receivers in that position where they can come back and, just take the yards and play the next down, or, take the yards and just play the next down and just go from there. It's not – sometimes it's better to take 3 or 4 yards, and play the next down than just get an incompletion or lose yards. It's much better than with that. He has to learn, I try to play hero ball all the time. It just happens, You can't – not every play is going to be a flashy play. You got to take the efficient play and play the next down.
Yeah, you got to live for the next down.
Yeah, I get it, but I think that could be – I think that's like a mental issue, and I think that could be fixed due to good coaching.
He's had 3 years to fix it, and it's clearly still the same lingering issue since his rookie year. So I don't think it's it's more of his kind of play style doesn't attribute to improvising a lot of good plays.
I mean, the thing is, when does the cycle end? And I don't want to hear
exactly, John. Exactly, just take the yards and play the next down. Exactly, or just run out of bounds and get like 2 or 3 yards and play the next down and be more closer than when you were before.
Hopefully it was a bad game. It was just a bad game because, like I said, Cleveland, I think I gave Cleveland the benefit of the doubt way too much because that defense is actually number 1 against the pass, because we really couldn't get anything on the run and we couldn't get anything in the pass game. So I do want to see what we do against a deep bottom defense like the Cardinals and the Falcons. That's what I want to see us before we go to Lambeau Field and face the Packers, which again,
we're not the bottom defense, but yeah, I get your point. But anyway,
I want to say something real quick before we go on. I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Joe Flacco. 939 pass yards already in 3 fucking games. So shout out to my OG here. Old man.
Flacco. Mm-hmm. Still very serviceable. It's just the Jets made us think he looked washed. It's the Jets.
Yeah,
because on the Jets he looked completely washed as a backup, and now he looks all different under Stefanski.
Yeah, and he was in Philadelphia for a cup of coffee. So I mean, there you go, Randy.
Yeah.
But all right. So the Panthers finally get a win, and they beat the Atlanta Falcons 9-7. Even though their ticket prices are 45 cents, I saw no fans there whatsoever.
What?
But they get the game-winning
45 cents?
Yes, they're less worth than a Big Mac and a McDouble combo menu on McDonald's.
What
That's how. And guess how much they
was
that game?
more expensive than to go to an NFL football game.
Go to a 7-Eleven and get a cup from a Slurpee is more expensive than that.
Come on. 45 cents in your.
Or since close to Philadelphia, if you go to Wawa, basically a sub sandwich is more valuable than a ticket.
Yeah,
you get a hoagie over there.
And they beat a division rival. All I got to say about this is Falcons, y'all need to fire Arthur Smith. Like, I mean, how much more I can say. Whatever. You guys have anything on this game?
The Falcons, they've been inconsistent throughout the whole year. Ritter's not the guy. They got to – if the Bears are trading away Fields hypothetically, keyword hypothetically, so don't get your pants off on this one, then I think he'd be a better fit over there. Or it's Seattle, one of those two. Or they can just go get a quarterback and say screw everything. Get one of these quarterbacks. Maybe a guy like Michael, I don't know, Daniels or Penix. I wouldn't be shocked if they traded it up, with Washington, just to go get the quarterback. I wouldn't put it past me.
See, hold up.
Ritter was just a project quarterback, and it's clearly not working. You have to resort to Heineke.
Y'all think I'm lying? I'll share this for a split second. Look at that shit.
Wow. Holy shit.
So, yep, there you go. 45 cents to go to an NFL game. Great job, Panthers. But y'all still don't get fans. That's crazy. But anyway. Michael, you have anything on this game?
The Falcons? Hey, I'm not sad. More like our other friend, where you're hiding is sad. Cough, cough, and I'll stop.
Okay, Michael.
I swear where you're hiding is a secret Falcons fan.
Same here.
Yeah.
No, man, nothing really to say about this game. It's just sad that it ended the way it did.
Yeah. But it was good for me, though.
They let me down.
Panthers, I need y'all to pull some type of
miracle in the final. Get the number 1 overall.
I don't want Marvin Harrison going to this freaking team in Chicago where he's not going to have a quarterback his entire career. But anyway, I'm trying to summon Michael because we got the Packers next, so I'm trying to summon Michael right now because he's muted. So.
Oh yeah, screw the Packers. They let me down for this game. I picked them.
And speaking of the Packers, they lost to the Buccaneers 34-20. I picked them, so I mean Baker Mayfield
for the
went off.
The pick'ems, I lost the Panthers and the Packers game. I went 13-2. Those were the 2 losses I lost. I wouldn't write everything else.
Yeah. Buccaneers remain first in the division, not saying much, but they remain first. And the Packers fall out of the playoff picture. So, you guys have any thoughts on this game?
Man, you could tell football is a coaching league. When a guy like Baker Mayfield, who looked like a complete bum on the Panthers, can just, all of a sudden reemerge his career over in Tampa Bay. You could tell this is a coaching league. And that's just further proof. That and Joe Flacco. You sure it's a quarterback league? Because to me, it feels like a coaching league where you could just win with a decent quarterback that's competent enough to start consistently, and under the right system can win a lot of games. This is the clear case for the Bucs. Granted, they have a horrible division, but yeah, this is just proving my point that it's a coaching league.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, the fact that without Hill, and they're still, they still were able to do some damage. So it's that run game of theirs too. Like the fact that they can bring out either Mostert, or they can bring out Devon Achane, or they can bring out this like another guy. Like it just always seems like they got a stable of backs.
Randy, wrong game.
Bucs have a good defense, by the way.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to address John Jay's comment real quick. I thought Lugetzi would take a big step from last year, because last year he did do better by calling plays, but this year he hasn't. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Buccaneers, Packers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, also, give credit to the Bucks defense. They've been
Michael.
really sleeping.
Yeah, Michael, I know you got something to say. It's the Packers. Come on.
All right. So you Green Bay Packers fans
All right.
really
Uh-oh.
got your hopes up, and you got brought back down to reality. Yo. And I'll give Jordan Love credit. I normally don't give Green Bay quarterbacks credit. I don't think Jordan Love's the problem. I think this is a team overall. Jordan Love doesn't have any receivers, and the defensive coordinator is a dumbass, aka Joe Barry. But like I said, bro, at best, Love is a average quarterback. But I do think I'm hoping that they don't get a receiver. That's all I have to say. But it's good to see the Packers lose again. Y'all lost to Tommy DeVito, and y'all lost to progressive coach Baker Mayfield.
All right. So moving on, the Dolphins shut out the Jets despite not having Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle got hurt in the game too, and I don't think he came back. So, but they still shut out the Jets 30-0, and they do what they do best: beat teams that are not above 500. So, you guys have any thoughts on this game?
Well, what do you expect? Their offense has been the lingering issue for the Jets. Their defense is being heavily wasted, and once you can't sustain drives. How are you going to stop a high-powered offense in Miami? That track team they got for receivers and running backs. It was only a matter of time they got shut out like this.
Yeah. Yep, Michael, you got anything?
I do want to say this. Aaron Rodgers, if you're hypothetically listening to this, if you come back this season, you are a quote-unquote dumbass.
Well, is he a complete dumbass if he's coming back against the next team he's playing? And we know this team very well. Me and Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Commanders? Yeah.
Yeah, well, against Sam Howell. The epitome of mid.
Left-handed.
And the Jets, they were knocked out of the playoff picture the other day.
Yes.
So what's the point of coming back? Your team's already out.
I can understand from that point, but I guess.
And Raheem Mostert, man, 966 yards on 198 carries and 18. I repeat, 18 touchdowns.
Yep. How it is.
Raheem Mostert?
What's up, TOP? You missed.
Damn.
What's up, TOP? You missed the Bears game. You missed the Bears talk, but anyway. Yeah.
TOP.
TOP.
No disrespect. I know you're a likable person, but at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We just don't agree on how to get it. But I'm telling you, if we go down this path, TOP, of getting a new quarterback, it's the same. It's going to be the same result.
Well, it depends on who's the coach drafting a quarterback, because they usually remember Eberflus didn't draft Fields. He wasn't the coach that draft Fields. They're gonna go get his guys. That's gonna be the excuse the front office uses anyway. So let him get his guy, and then if he doesn't do well, you fire him and trade out the other guy. That's how you're supposed to do it.
It's the same result.
Yeah.
How do you know Eberflus won't hire a proper coach? You never know.
He's a good defensive coordinator. I'll say that he's got a good defensive scheme that he's running, but sadly, coaches don't take downgrades to a defensive coordinator.
Yep. What's up, Bryant? Yep. Smash the like button, everyone. What's up, Lone Buccaneer? We just got done talking about your team, and Randy, his laptop crashed, but he will be back soon. All right. So the Chiefs went into 5-0 and beat the Patriots 27-17. And I thought this game was interesting because it was actually close for a while. It was 7-7 for a little bit. But then Chiefs just did it. They, took over the momentum, and they won 27-17. So this game is closer than I thought it would be. It's closer than it should have been. But you guys have any thoughts on this game?
Chiefs got bailed out in this game. They almost lost multiple times with the way Kelsey was dropping. He got hurt. And also Kadarius Toney doing Kadarius Toney things and, turning the ball over to them. They could have came back and won. It's just obviously the Patriots offense is so mid. I mean, the only reason it was close because, Belichick's used to playing Mahomes, multiple times throughout the last couple of years. So he probably has some kind of film on him, just to counter his, slow him down a bit until eventually their offense wasn't good enough to, catch up with Mahomes. So that's how it went.
Yeah,
I think they're using Bill Belichick as the scapegoat of why they're sucking, but hear me out on this. I could be wrong, and I want everyone to screen record it because this is actually a hot take.
What is it?
Bill Belichick, when he leaves, Bill Belichick is going to prove that he wasn't the problem on the Patriots.
He's retiring, if anything. I don't think he's going to coach another team. He'll probably retire. He's getting there in age.
I'm not negative, TOP. I'm just pointing out what's going to happen.
Wilkes took a downgrade. Yes, he did. Still a bum coach. Mike is negative as fuck. Don't get mad at the Bears because the quarterback you hyped up to be good doesn't work out. Two of them at that.
And guess what, TOP? When Drake, Maine, or Caleb doesn't work out, you're going to be trashing them. And then you're going to be like, oh, why not draft Arch Manning? Arch Manning he's related to Eli Manning. He'll work out. Again.
Two things. First off, stay away from Arch. Secondly, you have to go as a team perspective, Michael. You can't just, focus on only the quarterback. It's a team collective. You're a fan of the team first and, then an individual. That's why I said the same thing when I was hyping up Daniel Jones. I'm a fan of the team. I rooted for him because I wanted to win. So, yeah, it's not all the quarterbacks. I'm rooting for the team first. That's how I look at it.
Listen, I want Caleb Williams to be the greatest prospect since Peyton Manning, but I don't see that happening with this franchise. I don't.
I mean, Colts won them a ring when they were dog shit. So I mean, shit, you never know. But, anyway.
Hey, you never know what happened to the Cardinals. Before on Kurt Warner when they got blessed with him, and he turned around the franchise to the Super Bowl actually. So yeah, some certain quarterbacks come in and just turn a franchise around.
Crazy Jews, stay away from Arch, man. Yeah, just because he's a Manning doesn't mean he's going to do shit, people. Right?
Hey, listen. No, yeah, stay away from Arch Manning. He's going to follow his uncle's footsteps if we don't draft Jaden Daniels.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That's so facts. Like, this dude hated Justin Fields. This guy to my right, he hated Justin Fields before they drafted him. Just for the record. But anyway.
Yeah, Arch Manning's coming to, his uncle.
Listen, TOP. I don't care if you believe me.
Uncle Eli.
Don't believe me. At the end of the day, this is the same cycle. New quarterback, same system, 1 year, fire head coach and general manager, bring in a new system, 1 to 2 years, doesn't work out, quarterback doesn't develop, new quarterback. And guess what? Yeah, I'll say it. And then if we get Caleb or Drake May, y'all will be crying for Arch Manning in the next
What's up, Grandize? Yep, happy holidays. Didn't Coach Belichick won the all-time winningest coach title? I don't know how far he is from it. I don't even know if he has it yet, but we'll see. Appreciate the like. Yeah, everyone like up the stream for every channel. Just try to.
But he's really trying to get to he's trying to get to George Halas soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. The Texans beat the Titans in overtime, and this game pissed me off because we have the Texans pick, so the more they win, the more pissed off I get. But the Titans actually had a lead, and they blew it, and Case Keenum beat the Titans. They didn't even have C.J. Stroud. They still don't have Tank Dell. He's out for the year, and they keep on fucking winning. I don't know how, but they keep on doing it. So I'll give D'Amico Ryans his credit. I'm pretty sure Will Levis got hurt in this game too.
Yeah.
So there were a bunch of ups and downs for both teams, but you guys have any thoughts on this game?
And also, they didn't have Nico Collins, so they didn't have their two receivers in that game. But yeah, Case Keenum did his thing with Xavier Hutchinson and those other guys. And John Mechie, I think they really came in and stepped up for that team. Give credit to D'Amico Ryans; he's really coached his team really well. And it's a divisional game against the Titans. Granted, it's the Titans, but still, it's not easy to win divisional games. So yeah, he did a great job, D'Amico, in this game.
Yep, Michael.
Exactly why coaching matters. You would think the Titans would win because Stroud was out, but no, the Texans won due to coaching alone. So coaching matters in the NFL. It matters.
Yep. Okay, so Randy's back. You got any thoughts on this Texans and Titans game?
No, just Casey Keenum, man, out of the shadows of the shadow realm, and able to help the team pull out a dub.
Yep. All right. TOP says Falcons sold versus the Panthers trying to.
Yeah, I'm really pissed off. Bro, I know it was like raining and shit. Because I did see the game was like.
You saw the stands for 45 cents and nobody showed it.
No one like, bro.
Hey, listen, if the Giants put ticket sales for 45 cents, which we wouldn't because we're New York, that shit would be packed. We were all claustrophobic going to the field. Ain't no way that shit's gonna be.
Listen. Okay, so I do say this, and people don't really like tell me that. Like, I don't think that this is talked about a lot. And actually, it's true because home field advantage matters a lot in the NFL. Like, if you look at, for example, Soldier Field, and it affects how the quarterback plays in the month of December, and the coldness affects how the other team plays. But if you would
also the wind.
Also, you watch this game. Also, the fans get into it as well. The fans can rally a team back to a victory.
Yeah, I know. And also the wind conditions over there. Because isn't Chicago the windiest city of, the Illinois over there? It's the windiest city.
And it's also right near Lake Michigan where it's most windy.
And it's cold. And anything near a lake, I'm assuming it's very cold, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, because my parents were there. They had to wear like a super duper heavy jacket because it was so windy. But going back to my point, the Panthers didn't have anybody in that stadium. It was like the 2020 year where it was empty stadium. That year, home field advantage didn't matter for anybody in 2020 because there was no fans in the stands. So in order for, home field advantage does matter, but if you have an empty stadium, you have no excuse to not win because I do believe home field advantage matters a lot in the NFL for a lot of reasons. Agree or disagree?
Okay, let's get to the chat. What's up, Chad? And CPG, what's up? Falcons, yep. But yeah.
CPG.
Yep. Okay, so all right, my beloved Arizona Cardinals take a shit against the 49ers and they lose 45-29, and we fall to 3-11 on the season. And the Niners remain first in the NFC. I'm pretty sure 11-3 now, so they're doing their thing. I'll start off by saying this. While I do have my opinions about Brock Purdy, about him being a system quarterback, this and that, I will give him his credit, even though he did all this against the weak-ass Arizona secondary, but I will give him credit for what he did. I will say, though, as far as our offense goes, this score could have been way worse. Like, I'm actually surprised we put up 29, and this is actually we're the second team to score at least 28 points against the Niners this year. It was us and the Bengals. Those are the only two teams that have scored 28 points on the Niners this season at least. So, and I'll just say this: Kyler Murray's doing this without a weapon. Besides Trey McBride, who is showing up on our receiving corps? No, absolutely nobody. Hollywood Brown, there's a reason why you're not getting extended because you have not done shit. You have not played like a wide receiver one since Kyler Murray came back. So there's a reason why you were not going to get extended, and there's a reason we're drafting a receiver in the first round in the draft. So Kyler's doing this without weapons. James Conner had a solid game. I'll give him his credit. And the thing is, like, him and Trey McBride, the connection between Kyler and Trey McBride just keeps looking good. So I will say that as well. And I want to bring up the fact that this decision making that I see with our coach is really starting to, I don't want to say concerning because it's his first year coaching as a head coach, but at the same time, when the moment where the momentum really died for us was when our coach, the game was tied at 7. Our coach could have kicked the field goal to go up 10-7, but he goes for it on 4th and 3. And Kyler Murray throws a stupid-ass pick six to Charvarius Ward. And ever since that happened, that's when the momentum died. That's when the Niners went on their run. And the only time I'll get pissed off at the officiating is when we kick the ball off, and I forgot who was the returner for the 49ers, but he fumbled it, and we returned it for a touchdown to make it a 2-point game right before halftime. And it was clear as day that his knees were not down. His elbow was not down. He damn as hell fumbled that ball, and the Cardinals returned it for a touchdown. But somehow, some way, the referees overturned it, and that also killed our momentum as well. So while yes, Cardinal fans could sit here and blame the officiating, they can blame, our coaching, this and that. As a team effort, this team was not there. They gave up 45 points. I'm pretty sure this is the most that the Niners have scored this season on any defense. So our defense really has to do better. We got a few games left, so we'll see how our team could close out the season. We got Chicago next week, and then we got the Eagles in Philly, and then the Seahawks at home. So it's going to be interesting to see how we close out this season. But what I'll be looking forward to the rest of the way is how our team looks against the Eagles and Seahawks, two contending teams. I want to see how Kyler Murray looks against those teams, and I want to see just how the offense and the defense could start clicking and close out the season. But let's get to the chat before I ask the panel real quick. TRL, y'all have a real shot at Marvin Harrison Jr.? Yeah, we do, but depends on what the Bears do. But hold on, I was right here. CPG says it was really cold and rainy at the stadium for a team with one win. Yep. By the way, Michael's that chair okay? Oh my gosh.
Wait, hold on. Does this answer your question, TOP?
Why would you throw your chair over a football game? Like, come on now. But anyway, yep. And
bro, you broke your remote over the Cardinals. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've never broken anything over the Giants, and I've still gotten pissed. Really pissed.
First
But I'm too broke to break everything.
I actually didn't break my remote. It snapped, but there's a difference. It actually didn't break. But anyway, but yeah, congrats to the Niners. They won the division for the second straight year, so I'll give them that. Let's see.
The most I did was fuck up my mic when I was during the Giants game versus Seattle.
Hey, I'll say this: in our history, we've never had a good tight end or a historic tight end. Trey McBride is going to be the first. I already know. McBride is
really. That's the opposite from us.
Yeah, but anyway,
Cool.
Ronnie Bell was the returner. His forearm was down. See, I don't ever recall that being the thing. If his forearm is down, the ball is still fumbled and still a fumble. It's normally their elbows or their knees, and neither of them was down. So in my book, that's. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, that game was kind of weird in a way, but Niners did their thing, so I'll give them that. Cardinals Bears score prediction 14-10. Oh my god. All right. But does my panel, you guys have any thoughts on the Niners and Cardinals? Because this was
I do McCaffrey for MVP, by the way. That's all I gotta say. McCaffrey should win MVP, not the other guy.
I do have something to say, and I do know Tier. I'm supposed to do this whenever Gavin decides to make up the script, but I do want to owe TRL a public apology. I was not familiar with Kyler Murray's game.
Thank you, Michael. After 3 fucking years, he finally admits he's better than Justin Fields. Great job. Holy shit. Amazing. Great job, Michael.
I do think, though, you guys are going in the right direction. I just don't think you have a playmaker on offense.
Yeah, we don't, which is why we're trying to get Marvin Harrison Jr. But, anyway. But, yeah, after 3 years I've known you, thanks for admitting that, even though it was clear as fucking day that Kyler's better than any quarterback you've ever had. But, anyway, moving on. So, the Sentinel's here. What's up, Sentinel? Yep, okay. So, let's see.
Oh, I see Chad's on the same boat as me.
What's up, Chad?
Michael's out here with his Shaq quote. Yeah, there you go. But, anyway.
Yeah, I thought Kyler Murray wasn't going to be the same after his ACL injury. I thought he was going to have like an RG.
Oh, damn, it took you 3 years. It only took me 2 years to admit he was good.
Yeah. But anyway. Also, now that YTC brought up McCaffrey, I will say I don't know how I missed out on this because I've been complaining about it for the last 4 seasons of watching this team. The fucking run defense is never getting there. Every time McCaffrey plays us, even when McCaffrey was in Carolina with a trash O-line, McCaffrey still murdered us every single time he played us. And our run defense is never getting there. Like, no matter who we have, whether it was J.J. Watt, whether it was a good, run stopper on defense, this running defense is just not getting there. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is, but I digress. Wasn't Mark... Randy typed that, I think. All right, but anyway. Okay. Jeez, we're taking us a bit to get through these games. So the Rams the Rams beat the Commanders 28-20, and I speak for everybody when I say, who gives a shit, Rams? Y'all are still trash. Who cares if Cooper Kupp had a good game? Y'all are still trash. You're going to be first-round exits. You're going to get the 7th seed by default because the NFC is ass, all right? You're going to lose to the Eagles or the Niners or the Lions, whoever the fuck you play, okay? It doesn't matter. You're going to be first-round exits. But that's all I got.
The whole NFC is a joke. Literally,
the NFC is trash.
Anyone with a losing record is going to be the 6th seed.
I wouldn't be shocked if whoever's 8 and 9 gets a 7th seed.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it was just mid on the mid. That's the whole thing with the Commanders and Rams. It's mid versus ultimate mid, and by ultimate mid, I mean Sam Howell. I told you this guy was not that nice. I told you, once you get pressure on this dude, and he's not able to go up against a struggling secondary, he's not doing any of these immaculate stuff he's doing.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
I don't know how y'all lost to Sam Howell the first game, but anyways, moving on.
Well, like I said, our run defense wasn't there, and our secondary's ass. That's just how it is.
Because we make this man look fraudulent, but go ahead.
Adrian Peterson in 2012, last MVP back. Bears' run defense was terrible last year, and it's too elite this year. Too bad our offense is XFL talent.
If your offense is XFL level, then my offense is fucking what is below XFL? Pee Wee football. That's what I'm considering the Giants.
The
CFL, that's the Giants' offense.
The offense can only look good against a defense like it will against the Lions. That the offense looked, I would say, if you put up 28 points, I don't know if that's above average or average itself. If you put up 28 points, but like I said, I just think that probably just had a bad game against the good Browns defense, but we'll see what happens if they do that against the Cardinals. Which the Cardinals, what's your defense ranked, TRO?
Our passing is ranked. Our passing defense is ranked somewhere in the bottom 20s, I want to say, and I think our running defense it's actually in the early 20s, even though it feels like we're the worst. But it is what it is. And our pass rush is top 15. So.
Yeah, if we struggle against the Cardinals defense, then we can have that discussion of XFL level pass.
Oh, don't worry, you will. All right, but anyway, so the Bills demolished the Cowboys 31-10. This was a beautiful game. How about them Cowboys? And I've been said this, when Dak Prescott is not at home and when he's on the road in a cold ass weather, the Cowboys are not shit. I've been saying that for a while now, but no one. So Cowboys, you may be undefeated at home, and Cowboys, if you guys want to actually win a playoff game, you guys better hope you win the division, because if you have to be our team on the road with the way y'all are playing on the road, your first round exits again. That's just how it's going to be. But
unless they play the South, but yeah,
I got two NFC East fans with me, so I'll let them give their thoughts on this game. So,
you want to go first, Randy?
Sure. I'm just going to be really quick. I just wanted to say the Cowboys really hurt themselves last night by actually losing this game to winning the division. So as long as the Eagles take care of business, and I say it YT, but if we beat you both those games, we have a better record against the NFC than they do. Therefore, we would have one of the best shots at repeating in this division, which the last time I believe was 2004. So, but yeah, shit on those cowgirls because I hate them.
Mm-hmm.
Cowgirls, simple. And also, their defense got exposed in this game. You let James Cook run all over their defense, because I noticed with the Cowboys, their defense is built around the personnel to defend the pass. When you take away their ability, to play, when basically they run the ball, it opens up the pass game. But when they have to play a team that can run the ball really well, like the Niners and Buffalo, as you saw, and also James Conner, I think, was having a field day against the run defense in that game as well when they won with Josh Dobbs. Yeah, basically, when you run the ball really well against the Cowboys, they're not a team equipped to stop a bell cow running back that can run 18 to 25 times a game. And then when you take that away, it's going to force the pass defense, to have to play on their eggshells, because they don't know when they're going to pass the ball or run a play action and catch them off guard, when they could just run the ball, really want to move the ball, just picking up first downs after first downs after first downs. Basically, that type of game is like, a boa constrictor strangling its prey. You'll eventually keep fighting it, but eventually you'll pass out and, you stop fighting throughout the course of, as time progresses. That's just basically how it feels when you run the ball and you wear out a defense. That's the Cowboys' ultimate flaw this year. They play a team in the playoffs that can run the ball really well and, consistently keep picking up first downs at the first downs. Then they're going to lose in the first round, and Dak's going to have to play from behind. And we know how Dak is when he has to play from behind. He's not clutch.
Facts.
I've noticed that pattern with the Cowboys throughout the whole year when they can't stop the run.
Yeah.
Yep. Michael, you have anything on this game?
I have to say, are we talking about the Ravens and the Jaguars?
No, Cowboys and Bills.
All I have to say is this. Yeah, Cowboys. I thought they were. It was almost time to admit that maybe they were them boys.
Because they're good. But goddamn, we'll get through these games eventually. Jesus. All right. The Ravens went into Jacksonville and beat the Jaguars 23-7. Trevor Lawrence has a concussion injury after a high ankle sprain a couple weeks ago, and this game shocked me because I did pick the Jags because if you look at the history, the Jaguars always beat the Ravens for some reason, but this time they just didn't. And Ravens 16, and the Ravens stay first seed in the AFC. So thoughts on?
Oh yeah, I watched this game on live last night with John Jay. This entire game, basically, I don't know why they rushed Lawrence back that quickly after that Bengals game. They should have rested him the week before against the Browns and, focus on the bigger threat being, versus the Ravens. I thought they were a much bigger threat than the Browns right now because the Browns were struggling with, the quarterback injuries and stuff. It would have been better off to, your quarterback to play Lamar than some random backup, even though they still lost in that game. But yeah, he was a bigger threat, and you have the home field advantage. You want Lawrence very healthy so that way he can play fully efficient. And basically, I felt he's rushing. You could clearly tell his ankle's still bombing him out. His receivers were dropping, and also the Ravens were just running the ball really well against their team and driving on the field at ease.
Yep. Michael?
All I have to say is this. Can we stop? And I repeat, stop throwing the term generational. Trevor Lawrence is not meeting up to your everyone wants to talk about Caleb is the greatest quarterback prospect since Peyton Manning. Guess who Trevor Lawrence was compared to? Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck. Actually, let me ask you guys a question.
Well, he's injured right now, but yeah.
Who's having a better run currently, or had a better run? Andrew, would you rather have Andrew Luck or Trevor Lawrence?
Andrew Luck.
Well, yeah, we don't know yet because Lawrence is.
Me off that. I'm taking Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was just on a dysfunctional Colts organization on a different team like the 49ers or, a team that can actually, has a competent, front office to an extent where they can, consistently draft good offensive line and skill positions. He would have definitely had a longer career.
Yep. Randy?
Not much. No, I don't really have much. I missed this game. I was doing some stuff, so.
Okay. All right, and tonight we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Need the Eagles to win so bad. Don't want the Seattle making the fucking playoffs. So Eagles and Seahawks, everyone in the chat, who is your guys' pick? And Randy, I'll let you give a quick preview of how you expect this game to go, and we'll do our score predictions. So,
well, we got the Eagles coming in limping a little bit on a 2-game losing streak. So much so that the head office went Nick Sirianni went and sent Sean Desai's ass to the booth. So, and Matt Patricia now will be on the sidelines making calls. So that ought to be interesting. But our biggest issue this year is being able to stop the big plays. And right now, no Darius Slay. He's out. He had arthroscopic surgery, I believe, on his knee to clean out some stuff. So he won't be back until the playoffs. So we got basically Bradbury and the kids. And then on the other side, you got the Seahawks, who got, they're 3-headed monsters all over the place, whether it's on the cornerback side or it's on the wide receiver side. Plus, we can't dispel their two-headed monster there in the running back field with Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker. So this game, I'm a little worried. I've been listening while watching this, or while on this, I've been listening off to the side to see who's going to be quarterback for both teams, because Jalen Hurts apparently came down earlier this week really sick to the point where he didn't even travel with the team. He flew separate. But as I was starting to talk, it's just been reported that Jalen Hurts is apparently a go. He's gonna quarterback even though he's dealing with the flu. So Michael Jordan flu game, anybody? No. So let's hope Jalen Hurts can have himself a night. And I'm hearing it's a 50-50, but either Drew Lock or Geno Smith as a quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in that scenario. But either way, I'm going to ride with my team, win or loss. But I got the Eagles winning 38-28.
All right, YTC.
I got the Eagles winning this game. It's going to be a shootout, though. I do expect this to come to like 5 or 3 points. Score prediction, I got 33-28. It's going to be very high scoring in this game because, both defenses are clearly, both defenses are going to have their hands full against both offenses going up one against each other. And I expect both quarterbacks to be slinging that ball more. And, whoever has the ball less is going to probably win the game, just running the clock out between Walker versus Swift.
Yep. All right, Michael.
Give me the Eagles. If y'all thought the Chargers and Raiders game was bad, wait until you see this game, folks. Guarantee it.
You think this game's going to be bad? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got the Eagles winning 31-21. So that's my pick. Tosh says Eagles. Oh, my God. TOP. Michael's so mad that his booth thing, Justin Fields, isn't working out, is getting the hating now, going out sad. All right. Jericho says 30-10 Eagles. Tough game. Yep. All right. Bryant's rooting for the Seahawks because he wants the first seed, even though it's
he's going to be rooting for Seattle, then the Giants for the next 2 weeks, and then the Cardinals.
I hope you keep this same energy when the quarterback that you want doesn't work out.
Okay. Yep. All right. But, geez, it took us an hour to finish those games. That's crazy. All right. Like, for real. We got
more content. We're the guys that provide.
Yeah, we still got NBA and MLB to talk about. So this may go. This may
be plenty of content.
So, all right. So, I want to do something interesting. So this is the playoff picture as of right now.
Sick.
So if the Eagles win or lose, if they change it, I don't think the Seahawks would go in either if they won or lost. So, but this is it as of right now. So, what are your guys' thoughts on it? And do you guys see any teams eventually falling out of the playoff picture? So we got the Ravens and Niners at the first seed. And then we got Miami and Philly, second seed, third seed, Lions and Chiefs, Jacksonville and Tampa Bay for fourth. And then the wild card teams, the Cowboys and Browns, Vikings, Bengals, Rams, and Colts. So do you guys see any of these teams slipping out or maybe, going higher?
Yeah, NFC, definitely. Probably the Vikings and Rams. They're one of the potential teams that can fall out to 6 and 7 because, how trash the NFC is, and a couple of teams, including ours, are technically in the hunt. That can possibly happen, but yeah. With how open the NFC is right now with the hunt, I could see the 6 and 7 seed being changed in a couple of weeks, and also the 4 through 6, 7 seeds in the AFC as well because a lot of teams are going to be, fighting because they have similar records. They're like, 7-8 wins currently now, and it's going to all come down to tiebreakers. Some teams, still having winning records, but they're still going to get eliminated somehow due to tiebreakers and whatnot. So that's going to be unfortunate. I could see that happening in the AFC.
I don't know about that. I see Detroit being a first-round exit despite who they face. I mean, unless they're playing Minnesota.
Of course you do.
Of course you do. Even listen.
Yeah, of course.
I mean,
I think if Detroit's at home playing Minnesota or LA, I think they can win that if they're playing one of those two teams at home.
I don't know. Detroit's.
I wouldn't be shocked because Minnesota's fraudulent. Hey, listen, if Daniel Jones could beat them, no way Jared Goff doesn't beat that same Minnesota team without Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but the difference between that defense you were facing, their defense, the Minnesota Vikings defense is actually they have a good coordinator. They just don't have the right pieces around that.
And also the Rams are inconsistent as well. They're very on and off as well too. So we're talking about two inconsistent teams like the Vikings and Rams. You never know which side you're going to get from Goff or no, not side from Goff, from Stafford. I meant.
What is it with the Cowboys and Buccaneers always running into each other somehow every fucking year? Like, look at this shit.
It's going to be basically who doesn't win the NFC East. Basically, either the Eagles or Cowboys are going to be up for there.
Play Tampa or whatever.
No in between. Or Tampa Bay or New Orleans, one of the two.
But we don't know if there will be a trap game. Yeah, because anything can happen in the playoffs. But this is it as of right now. It's obviously not going to be this way by next week, especially in the NFC. But this is it as of right now. Pretty interesting considering. I mean, it'd be nice to see the Chiefs and Bengals of Burrow were playing again, but it is what it is. But yeah, like this is a good bracket.
That'd be great.
And I mean, if you look at the AFC too, it's actually really close as well. So.
Jaguars and the rematch of the Jaguars and Cleveland is going to be interesting. That rematch, if Lawrence is healthy.
Yep.
Even Steichen with the Colts, man. Like yesterday, he had Trey Sermon and another guy, something Montgomery or whatever, and like he makes it work. Like you got to give him his due too. I mean, shit, he lost his starting quarterback and has had Gardner Minshew ever since, and they're.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew against Tua. Hey, don't sleep on the Colts, with their defense as well. I think they have a better defense than Miami. Miami's been, up in there with the defense. Mostly been their front seven, really. After that, their secondary's been questionable.
Yep. But people in the chat, let us know what you think about this bracket. But hold up, let me back out of this real quick. All right. We're done with football. It was a good hour. We got a lot to say out there, but so we're done with football. But for the past couple, I've been doing this lately. I'm gonna pick for today's NBA games, just because it's interesting to see what we've been picking lately. Okay. So we got some NBA action today. There's actually quite a bit of games, as you can see. So
interesting.
Yeah. So the first one, this should be a really good game. We got the Clippers and Pacers. Who do you guys got?
Give me the Pacers at home.
Pacers.
Home team, I'm taking the Pacers on this one. They're really a stinky good team this year.
All right, Michael. Oh, is he muted? All right. I got the Pacers winning. You guys already knew I was going to pick them. So
yep.
All right, but let's see what the chat said. Of course, Taj is going to say Pacers. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. He picks his team no matter who he faces. I'm the same way.
I'm not picking them today, though. So. But, got some.
Well, I got the Pacers, but yeah.
Let's go with the 18 people watching. Make sure to like up the stream for every channel on.
Yep, you know what to do. The slipper TOP.
Slippers. And then Crazy. Yeah, of course, Crazy. Yeah, of course he's going to say the Pacers. Yeah.
So, Tiro, since this is your channel, just say an NFL player and just say that insert name of NFL player, that like button.
Yep. The Heat, but it might be a trap game for the Heat when it comes to facing the Timberwolves. Well, that's not a trap game. Timberwolves are probably the best team right now. F the strippers. Stroud hopefully is coming back to win after so many hurt, beating the Titans with the Oilers jersey. Oh, wow. Yep. So I think everyone except TOP picked the Pacers. So
gotta pick
Rockets,
the Pacers.
Rockets and Cavaliers. This is a good one.
Rockets.
Gonna go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm a Donovan Mitchell fan.
I am also. I'm gonna go with the Cavaliers as well because
I was a Donovan Mitchell fan way before I met RJ.
Hey, listen, I just wanted him on the Knicks, but that's not gonna happen. Unfortunately,
remember, no Evan Mobley. He's out 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh yeah, that's a huge part of their offense. Yeah, Mobley.
Yeah, but hey, okay, so I'm gonna still pick Cleveland just because the Rockets have not been good on the road this season. So I'm gonna pick the Cavaliers.
I think Sengun's gonna eat with no Mobley.
All right.
TOP says Rockets. Taj says Rockets. Okay, so is it just Michael picking the Cavs?
It's just you two.
Right.
Lone wolf, bro. Just you two.
All right. Yep. But anyway. All right. Hold up. I know Carcass had a question for me. Yep. We finished football. Yep. My thoughts on Trey McBride. His connection between him and Kyler Murray are amazing. It's only been 4 games, and it's looking really good.
He could be a good.
but-
He could be a good solid number 2 if you get a good receiver.
Sorry about that.
All right, Crazy Juice.
Thank you.
Okay, so Crazy Juice picked the Cavs as well. All right, we got the Bulls and Sixers. Who you guys got?
I'm rolling with the
Sixers.
with the Bulls.
Sixers at home.
Sixers by 30. I will say
I
this.
still got the Sixers, but yeah.
Zach LaVine not playing actually makes that team better for some reason. So
Yeah, I got the Sixers too.
yep. All right. Yeah. Wait. Pending TOP because TOP is a Bulls fan too. So let's see. Yep. He said Bulls. There
I
you
said
go.
the Bulls. There you go, Lone Wolf. There we go.
No lone wolf for him. All right. Okay. Pistons and Hawks. Do we even have to discuss it?
Hawks. The losing streak.
You already
continues.
know. Trey, get some fucking hair transplant surgery. You're balding. I'm still taking the Hawks though.
Yeah, I'm picking the Hawks. Michael, who do you got?
Trey.
Pistons. Nope.
What?
Kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm taking the Hawks.
I wish the Pistons pull an upset. Screw Trey Young. Always.
I hope
Always
the
screw Trey Young.
I hope the Pistons lose all the way until they face the Spurs, and then the Spurs beat them still.
All right. Yeah.
Detroit Bobcats.
Everyone picked the Hawks. It's not even a debate. Timberwolves and Heat. This should be a good
Wolves.
Wolves. You know what to play. There you
Michael.
go, Timberwolves. Too.
one. Michael, who do you got?
Fuck it, give me the Timberwolves.
Let's
Wolves.
go.
All right. I'm going with the Timberwolves.
No, I can't do it.
Going with the Timberwolves as well. All right. Taj says Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, Taj. Pistons are a new pay process. Yeah. Process of eating ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, a new process of cleaning their Flint water.
For real.
Washington water.
But yeah. Yeah. Everyone's picking the Timberwolves. I'm surprised no one's picked the Heat yet because, I mean, they're still a good team. Come on now. No one's got them in an upset.
Oh, I got Ant all day.
No, I'm not taking the new lead singer from Taking Back Sunday or Fall Out Boy, a.k.a. Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
It was a summer long ago.
Yep. Okay, we'll just move on. Hornets and Raptors. Is this even a discussion?
Just want to say before anybody picks, Bridges was denied entry into Canada after pleading no contest to felony charge of injuring a child or a parent member, so he's not allowed to be in Canada. So he will not be playing for the Hornets. So I got the Raptors.
I got the Raptors. Unfortunately, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Canada. Yeah, I got the Raptors too.
Go.
Michael.
Raptors.
All right. Taj says Raptors. All right.
And just so everybody's aware, the Raptors did get murdered just about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago by the Hornets. So
It's the NBA. Matchups really matter when it comes to the NBA.
That with the Raptors a lot is that the Raptors.
It's the NBA.
Like what is it with the Raptors beating contenders but losing
Right.
to teams?
Yep.
Matchups. That's the NBA for you.
well, not just that YTC. I think, and also TR. I think it also comes down to like we're playing up to our competition, and then when we got teams that are coming in, we're playing down to them. Like to be completely honest with you, like it's like teams like the Hornets and the Spurs and the Pistons, we should have like ran through. We either. Like the Pistons, we didn't lose to, but the other teams we lost to. But the Pistons kept it close. But then when we played Milwaukee, we beat their ass. When we played the Suns, we played you guys well. It's like I don't get it, man. I just don't.
It's the opposite for my Knicks, but yeah.
Okay, so Crazy Juice says Wolves and Raptors. Okay. Grizzlies and Thunder. Is this the game Jaws back or?
No, he's back on the 19th.
Okay, so tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. Ja's not back yet. Last game without Ja Morant. They're playing the OKC Thunder, so I'm going to go with the Thunder.
I'm taking Thunder too.
Even if Ja was back, the Thunder are a better team collectively, in my opinion. I'm still taking the Thunder. I would have still took them.
Give me the Thunder.
All right, TOP says Wolves and Raptors. All right.
And they're at home too. I'm still taking the Thunder. They're a good collective young team.
SGA all day.
Taj says okay. Yep.
I think he should be allowed to come and play for his hometown.
No one talks about him, but Lou Dort, Canadian and ASU alumni. So,
Love me, Lou Dort.
Enough said about that. ASU alumni.
When I play 2K, I always build my roster off of just Canadian players. Always. Bench and start.
No, I play with the Thunder online with the tier rims. They always win me a lot with the Thunder online.
Oh, absolutely. The length and the shooting.
All right. Well, wait for them while we. Okay, so Crazy Juice says Thunder. All right, so everyone picked the Thunder. Okay. Mavericks and Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Michael.
Give me the Nuggets.
Right.
Joker over the Twinkie.
You guys already know who I'm picking, so.
Yep, the Joker over the Twinkie.
He's taking the Mavs.
I'm not picking the Mavs. All right. TOP said OKC. All right.
Very poor choice of word.
Everyone's picking the Nuggets.
Yep, screw Jalen Brunson's coffee carrier, Luka. Clearly carried that team.
Yep. Jokic is gonna little bro Luka. Yep. All right, so everyone picked the Nets and Jazz.
Nets.
I actually got the Nets on an upset too as well. Something's telling me.
The Nets. I got the Nets as well. Michael.
Give me the Utah Jazz.
Oh,
all right.
Upset.
Interesting.
Oh, no.
Nope. TOP said Jazz. Nope.
TOP said Jazz. Yeah, we almost had our lone wolf.
I'm sure for the next game we'll have one. So. All right. Nets. Okay. Screw the Mavs. Yep. Crazy Juice facts. All right. Wizards. Kings.
Kings all day. You'd be stupid to take the Wizards.
Got the Kings. Come on now.
Light the beam. Light the beam. Give me the Kings.
Michael.
Give me the Washington Commanders. I'm joking.
The Commanders.
I said that on purpose.
Left hand stop. Who are we? The Commanders. Sounding.
I'll take the Kings.
Yeah, denied you. He denied.
Denied.
Said the Nets. Okay.
Man, since when is TOP Prime Mutombo?
All right, and probably the best game of the day, which is why it's the late game, an 8:30 game for me. Jesus, the Knicks and Lakers.
Hate LeBron. Go Knicks.
I just want to say.
You already know. Jalen Brunson, go do your thing. Let's go, Knicks. There you go.
I just want to say this. Fuck LeBron. He's a bitch make glorified diva that deserves no respect. I can't wait for the day Lakers don't even make the playoffs. There will be no world where LeBron will be better than Jordan. Y'all saw my video I did on the Lakers. I didn't even try to roast LeBron, and I didn't get a lot of LeBron fans like I did the two videos, but I did get some salty LeBron fans. And I wasn't even trying to go in on it because I was like, bro, I did 2 videos prior to that, and I'm just like, bro, I was so tired, I just didn't want to do it, but I had to do it.
But yeah, let's go, Jalen Brunson.
All right.
Got a bunch of Lakers in the chat.
Let's see, Taj says Lakers. TOP says Lakers. Brian
No,
says,
they're all. I guess I'm the only lone wolf here.
I'm with you.
I'm picking.
Oh,
the
never
Knicks.
mind.
I'm picking the Knicks. Come on now.
All right.
You're not alone.
Brunson. 50-point game.
You've known me long enough, YTC. Come on now.
Yeah. Hey, Jalen Brunson, drop another 50 clip again. Come on.
And then all of a sudden, the Lakers will be up, and then before you know it, Brunson's gonna be like, and just start taking it over. It'll be done.
No, he's gonna do his evil LeBlanc glare. You already know.
Yeah.
Another 50.
But all right, so
You already know Crazy Juice and Taj. You already know.
Done with
Done with better team win.
I would give an update on how our teams are doing, but I'm actually busy later, so let's try to get through basketball. So now that we're done. All right, so some baseball stuff. YTC is gonna love it. Okay, so Yamamoto requested to meet with the Yankees, and what the fuck is my computer doing? Jesus Christ.
Yamamoto. There you go.
All right, so
You already got Soto. Fuck off.
The evil empire rises.
He requested to meet with the Yankees for the second time, and he also met with the Mets twice. So, YTC, thoughts on this?
Oh yeah, shout out to shout out to the front office for once. Even though I'm very critical with the front office, we're finally trying to actually put pieces around Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole and not be get their primes wasted anymore. By the looks of it, and like I said, we don't miss the playoffs back-to-back years. So this is clearly what the Yankees do. We just buy our, the top-tier guys around the market. It's just common at this point because we have a big financial monopoly on the MLB. So we basically flip off the luxury tax. But yeah, definitely going to help our pitching rotation because we need other guys outside of Cole since Severino left, and a lot of guys are coming back from injury. So yeah,
tax for you guys is like a goddamn buffet.
Yeah, it's like basically you're like Donald Trump and you drop $100 and you just still walk past $100.
Yo,
because you're that rich.
If he picks the Mets over the Yankees, that shit is just.
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be because now they took Severino and now they got their stuff next to. Okay.
But I mean, as long as honestly, I really don't care as long as he doesn't go to the Dodgers. That's all I care about.
Hey, listen, we need another guy too because they got Ohtani over there now. So when we play them,
come on, like Dodgers.
Counter it.
Dodgers are really going to spend $1 billion on 2 players if they get Yamamoto.
Yeah,
$700 million on Shohei, and Yamamoto wants $300 million. So come on, really?
No, we got the money for him. Obviously, it's the Yankees, but yeah.
Meanwhile, the Cubs aren't doing anything. Yeah. Let's see what else. Because we got
Blue Jays.
So, speaking of these fucking meth smokers in LA, Tyler Glasnow gets traded to the Dodgers.
With the Rays?
The Rays, yeah. So he got traded to the Dodgers.
Well, that's less people in our division.
And they also gave him
up in the AL East.
They also gave him an extension for 5 more years for $130 million. So, I mean, I'll say this. Number one, Glasnow's injury prone. So let that sink in. He's injury prone. He plays about 80 innings a season. So have fun with that. And not just that, like I said, you finally got a pitcher. You finally got an ace, which honestly, you're not going to bring You're not going to bring Kershaw back. So, and what do I mean by ace? I mean ace for this season because Shohei's not pitching. So you finally got your ace for this upcoming season. So you got, but like I said, it doesn't matter if you don't have good pitching and if you don't have the wrong manager because you guys have had the wrong manager for the past decade. So, I don't know what more I can say about this team in this city that I haven't said in previous videos and that hasn't already been said about most ran down cities. Like, this is just a disgrace. So, listen, Dodger fans, I know you guys hate me, and that's perfectly okay because I mean, so that's what I expect. But I will be damned if you can't sit there and admit to yourselves that I have been right about this fucking team for the last 5 fucking years. So I told you the way you play baseball while you were winning the division, a weak ass division, get through that, but you may do that for a few years. But with that type of baseball, without the proper manager and team assembled, isn't sustainable, and you're not going to win a World Series. I was right about that. I said not re-signing Corey Seager would be the start of your downfall. I was right about that. I said the moment someone in the division gets a franchise player, which now there's definitely two for sure in this division with Corbin Carroll, and I guess you can include Tatis Jr. That whatever that you're going to play second fiddle to those teams. I'm right about that because the Diamondbacks whooped your ass last year, and I say the Diamondbacks are still going to be better than you next year, and I bet you're right about that. So
I wouldn't be shocked.
Like, when are y'all going to listen? When are y'all going to realize that I know this pathetic fucking team better than you do? So you guys can enjoy this Tyler Glasnow trade. You guys can enjoy paying Ohtani. Y'all get Yamamoto, then, I mean, that's cool. But you guys are the Dodgers. You have the wrong manager, and you're going to fuck up in the playoffs when your pitching is injured like it always is. So there you go. That's my rant. But Randy and YTC, you guys have any thoughts on this trade?
Typical Dodgers trying to buy their way into it. They don't. They still don't got a good bullpen.
That random editor.
What up, that random editor too?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to the random editor. I'm gonna be doing more of Roblox streams with him.
All right.
Crazy just says doubt that they will get Yamamoto. I don't know. Yeah,
look
of course.
What
it's like me with LA, like you with Wisconsin. So I mean, there you go.
Yeah, that's me with Philadelphia. Sports overall. So, yeah.
But yeah, Randy and YTC or Randy, you have any thoughts on this trade?
Yeah, I really don't understand the guy's hype. I mean, like his overall win-loss record in 8 years is 30-27. He's got an ERA of 3.89, and that's being nice because of 1 year back in 2022 when he had an ERA of 1.35, which brought down his average. Because if you go back and look at his stats, 4 out of the 8 years, he's averaged a 4.24 to a 4.34 average. So it's like you're not getting a big steal here. You mentioned yourself when you said that he was injury prone. The guy's only played in his total career. He has started 88 games out of 127. So, I mean, like, wow, like you really got something. Like you're going to pay for a guy that's probably going to be IR ridden quite a bit in his career. So the Devil Rays just get smart. They got rid of a guy. They got some equity back in return. And who knows what they can do with it. But I don't like the signing. I wasn't too keen on it to begin with.
Yep. But Dodgers will dodge. So let's see. Crazy Juice. I have to wait and see when the season starts. Yeah.
Thanks, you Bongo.
Wait, who's he talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
We are.
I just flew over my head.
If you're talking about the Diamondbacks, Snakes in 3. That's all I have to say. But anyway. Speaking of the Diamondbacks, before we wrap up this episode, some news came out the other day that the Diamondbacks are bringing back Lourdes Gurriel Jr. on a 3-year, $42 million deal, and it's an opt-out after the second season. So I didn't think we were going to get him back. I thought we were going to go the young route with Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas, and Drew Jones in our outfield eventually whenever they call him up, which might be next season. I thought we were going to go that route, but we bring back Gurriel on honestly a cheaper deal. I thought people were going to pay him because there were talks of him going to the Red Sox. There were talks of him, going to a team that can actually pay him more than what we were offering. But
right.
3 years, $42 million, that's a steal for us. Now, all I got to say is after this signing, all we really got to do is focus on a designated hitter. And I say we're set. There's talks of JD Martinez coming back. There's talks of Jorge Soler and Justin Turner. I wouldn't mind either of those guys, but I would rather go for Jorge.
Oh, Soler would transform your entire team if you get Soler.
Yeah, if we get that's the guy who I want, but I wouldn't mind JD Martinez. He's a former Diamond. He's familiar with the team already, and he's still an all-star player, so I wouldn't mind him as well. But we got Gurriel back. Feels really good. Mike Hazen and Ken Kendrick keep on cooking in this offseason. We got Eduardo Rodriguez and Eugenio Suarez as well, so we're doing a really good job in the offseason right now. But Randy and YTC, you guys have any thoughts on this re-signing?
Well, definitely a crucial part of your team, definitely. I've seen this guy, obviously, when we played you this year and also when we played Toronto all the time, really good guy over there. And, I was baffled when he went over to the Diamondbacks compared to Toronto. He didn't stay. But, yeah, it's a really good pickup for you guys for the long haul.
Yep. Randy?
Yeah. I was kind of hoping there would be a chance that the Blue Jays might think about bringing him back home and, making him one of our left fielder. But he signs a pretty, like you said, a pretty damn good deal and a decent buyout at the end there. So as far as when it comes to my Blue Jays, I'm hoping that we're still either in on Cody Bellinger because we do need a left-handed power bat, and like you guys, we are also interested in what's his name there, JD Martinez, to play DH for us. So be on the lookout for that potentially too. So, but so far, Jays haven't really done much. We've been in quote unquote talks for everything, but it always seems that everybody else comes out in the end, and we're still sitting there holding our hands out with nothing in them. So hopefully something happens here soon, but we'll see.
Yep. Mariners have a lot of interesting good players, and Mariners aren't doing anything. And
Which makes no sense. Yeah.
They almost made the playoffs too, and they made the playoffs the year before that, and they just don't care anymore. It's like, what the hell are they doing? I mean,
right.
We robbed them of getting Paul Sewald and Eugenio Suarez now. So yeah. It's like I don't know why the Diamondbacks always do that. Ever since Mike Hazen became our general manager, he's mainly only traded with the Red Sox and the freaking Mariners for some random ass reason. Like, I know he used to work for the Red Sox and this and that, but it's kind of
weird. Yeah.
Rumors about the Mariners trade. Is there a rumor about a trade going on?
Not that I know of. Eugene. Teoscar Hernandez didn't re-sign with them, so they're apparently looking for a right fielder, but nothing much more than that. So
a right fielder. Okay. So, I mean, the Mariners are just selling right now for some reason. I don't know, because they're a playoff team, or they were a playoff team, but
yeah, they have guys. They definitely have some weapons, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It is what it is. I mean, the Mariners took them 2 decades to make the playoffs, and I mean, now that they are a playoff team, they're just letting it go for some reason.
Selling guys off. I know. I don't get it. Trade deadline. Get rid of my number one closer. It's like, what?
Yeah. Which, thank you. The guy is the reason we went to the World Series. So that was an amazing trade.
Yeah, because you needed to trade, because it was right before the playoff series, right?
Yeah.
Suarez. Yeah, definitely helped the bullpen, because you were complaining about the pitching rotation throughout the whole year.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Awesome.
And honestly, for the Diamondbacks, I feel like we could use another bullpen pitcher. I don't know who's out there as far as free agency right now, but I mean, I wouldn't mind bringing in another one. It is what it is. So, I mean,
or even the trade market, even too. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys that are out there that we can use, and our owner
or play the kids though. You might want to go to the minors and get
or that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or even just that. Yep.
No, because that's what the Yankees are doing. We got rid of Higashioka and we called up Anthony Wells for a full-time spot on the roster as well. So we're doing the same thing too. Bringing up the young guys.
No, but if you look at the teams that have spent the most in this offseason, the Diamondbacks are third.
Martin Perez just signed.
Our owner has never, ever spent money like this before, and it's actually kind of interesting. So,
I mean, you went to the World Series. You don't think he wants to go back?
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like even so obviously the Dodgers were first in spending in the offseason, and then the Phillies were number 2, which I don't know how, because I don't recall them. I mean, they got Aaron Nola back, but other than that, I mean, who did they go after? Like, because I don't really remember. But
I don't remember really signing anybody. Like you said, other than re-signing maybe their hometown talent, like the guys that they have in house. I don't remember bringing in a big name.
Yeah, but for an owner in Arizona that's been known as a cheapskate, and trust me, there's a plethora of stupid shit that Kendrick has done since he bought the team. Like, he's doing really good in this offseason. Him and Mike Hazen are doing amazing right now. So this team is on a different level. And
I bet you it's the World Series. I bet you it rejuvenated them. It was like, okay, you know what? You know, we gotta start doing well for our fan base, our loyal fan base.
Yeah, we got a lot of fans after that run, so run it back, yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Martin Perez signed with the Pirates.
Oh wow, 1 year, $7 million.
Okay.
Sad Pittsburgh
right.
fans. Damn.
Read the
You
photos.
never know. Some years teams have a shit year, and then all of a sudden the next year you're like, where did this team come from? You know, so you just never know.
That's the thing with the market. Yeah,
Dude, I did not predict us to even make the playoffs last year.
Right. See? Yeah.
Hey, Randy, I didn't. Hey, listen, I know it's off topic. I did not predict the Rangers to have the number 1 record in NHL right now. I didn't think they were going to be carrying New York right now, along with the Knicks. I thought the Giants were going to be the one, and that didn't work out too well.
Crazy stuff going on, but
a hockey team is carrying our city.
But yep. So we got through all the topics, guys. This was a really good episode. We got a lot there, so very good. And like I said, guys, I know some people in the chat weren't here when I said it, or I didn't even say it at all. But we're gonna have our next episode on Saturday instead of Monday because Monday is obviously Christmas, so none of us are gonna really be available. So
yeah,
our next because there's a lot of new people here too. So we do shows every Monday, but for this upcoming episode, we're gonna have it on Saturday instead of Monday because Sunday I'll be streaming the Bears and Cardinals game, and then on Monday it's Christmas. So spending time.
Friday 0 will be on my channel.
I'll still be streaming the Eagles game on Monday when the Eagles play the Giants. So be on the lookout for that.
And on Friday
doing
night,
the same for my end, along with the earlier game.
And Friday night, me and Michael will be doing a preview of the Bears and Cardinals. So make sure that it's on his channel. So sub up his channel if you haven't. So
right.
Until 92. But anything else you guys want to say before we wrap it up?
Well, nothing much. Just happy, in advance, happy holidays coming
happy
up.
Holidays, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Happy holidays to everybody. Yeah. And be on the lookout on the Birds of Broad Street. I'll be on with those boys tonight for the Eagles versus Seahawks game tonight. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably be on John's stream. I know John does the Monday night games. He'll probably be on. I'll probably be on there later tonight. He does the second half of the primetime games.
Sweet.
Yep. All right. But with that being said, guys, make sure to leave a like on the stream.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right. Stay safe, everyone. You already know YTC out.